How you going there, guys? Hope you're having a good day. Just a little bit about explaining Android head units, right? So you go and buy like an Alpine or like a Sony head unit, they have their firmware installed, which they put certain extra things on that allow you to access only certain things. For example, they have like a radio app, so that's the radio, CarPlay app, and I don't know, maybe they could have a DAB app or like something like extra. They do this for a few reasons. One, it keeps their support very simple and streamlined, because obviously the unit can only do like two things, right? So it makes it very easy to provide support. Well, they don't actually provide support to not almost like need support on your like units, right? Because if you buy one of those actual main brands, so normally you're actually posting in like a forum to try and get some help. So do that for that, and that just creates it a lot easier, obviously, actually for them. And because they obviously sell to like resellers, to sell to the customer, that they actually manage the chain. Now, Android-based head units, which actually we sell, now there's a huge range of these now, because they are basically like a tablet, right? It's like a phone. You can buy a $100 phone, or you can buy a $2,000 phone. They kind of look the same. They both make like phone calls, but there's a lot behind them, and there's a reason why they are more expensive. Our units obviously are more expensive. They are higher spec, better support, better UI. That's irrelevant to this discussion, but that's kind of your actual difference. So here, this is basically like a tablet on your screen. So this is like Android. You can have like apps. I can access the Play Store. You can see here, this looks a bit like a tablet now of all the apps. So actually normally you like jump in your car, wireless CarPlay or like Android Auto will like pop up within sort of like 10 seconds, and that's where you'll be like actually living. But if you come home or you want to do actually other stuff like with them, we'll use the steering wheel control to change apps with our Vhedia mode app. That's when this whole lot of other opportunities actually opens up. So for one, you can obviously go into the Play Store and install different like apps. Not all apps will work on them, but a lot do. And that opens up a whole range of possibilities to you. For example, different sort of off-road like maps, memory maps, the Hema maps, what else? Just in general, you can put on a Waze on there or a Magic Earth, different offline excellent maps. You can put games in there. I see someone's put a game on this one. And that is quite cool. So, I guess you have access to all those apps like Netflix, etc. Then the other cool thing is it allows you to add actually add-ons to the unit very easily. Now, for example, here you can see this has come into like a dash cam app. So very handy to install apps and add add-ons. So that's very useful. For example, adding a battery shunt, our dash camera, our tire pressure system. I'm just trying to think what else we have going on. Like OBD2, so you can hook up to your trans temp. So it kind of turns this screen into like a tablet on your dash that can be connected to a lot of different things on your car. And that is pretty cool. Yep, that's about that. So you can obviously go on Chrome, browse the internet. You can also install other sort of apps, exactly like I said, directly on here, which allow you to do other cool things. For example, you might have Alexa on here, so you can open your garage door. Or I know one customer once, he had the app to see his security cameras at home, so he could quickly have a look at the security cameras at home while he was driving along. And that's why the Android system is quite cool, because it opens up a lot more possibilities to you. I know we get a lot of I know customers get CarPlay or Android Auto units like an Alpine, and they're like, oh, can't actually do that much on it. And we say yes, because CarPlay and Android Auto are designed to be distraction-free driving. So the whole point of that is they don't actually want you doing too much on the unit. So they actually want you to be using voice commands, and if an app comes onto CarPlay or actually Android Auto, it's like a limited version of the app. It can only do certain things and it can't distract you. So they kind of get that and they say, oh, my Hema Maps doesn't show on my CarPlay or Android Auto. Oh, I can't see my tire pressure thing, or my battery shunt doesn't come up. And it's because CarPlay and Android Auto are basically designed for distraction-free driving, and it's for navigation, music, calling, text messages. It's slowly starting to open up a bit more now with different actual widgets doing different things like voice commands. but at the moment it's still a bit actually like limited, and that's why having an Android actual base head unit is super handy. Opens up a way wider range of possibilities.